Japan. Japan is an island country in East Asia. It is situated in the northwest Pacific Ocean and is bordered on the west by the Sea of Japan, extending from the Sea of Okhotsk in the north to, to, toward the east, China Sea, Philippine Sea, and Taiwan in the south. Japan is an archipelago in the Pacific Ocean. The land has a total of area of 377,970 square kilometers and a total coastline of 29,751 square kilometers. Government. Japan has a parliamentary system of government known as a constitutional monarchy. This means that the Japanese emperor currently Naruhito serves as a symbolic and ceremonial figurehead while the actual governing power lies with the elected government officials. The Japanese government is headed by the prime minister who is appointed by the emperor and approved by the diet, the country's legislative body. Currency. The yen is the official currency of Japan. Landmarks. Japan is a country with a rich cultural heritage and history, and there are many landmarks you can visit to experience this. Here are some of the most popular landmarks of Japan: Mount Fuji, Hiroshima Peace Memorial Park, Himeji Castle, Kyoto, Kyoto's Kiyomizu-dera Temple, Tokyo Tower, Itsukushima Shrine. These are the these are just a few of the many landmarks you can find in Japan, each with its unique history and cultural significance. History of Japan. Japan has a rich and fascinating history that spans thousands of years. Here is a general overview of some of the key events and periods in Japan history. Prehistoric Japan. Archaeological evidence suggests that humans first inhabited Japan as early as 35,000 BCE, and by around 14,000 BCE, they were making pottery and living in villages. The Jomon period, 14,000 BCE to 300 BCE, is named for the distinctive pottery produced during this time and is considered the earliest era of Japan history. Yayoi period, 300 BCE to 300 CE. During this period, the Yayoi people introduced rice farming, iron tools, and the Korean-style bronze bill to Japan. Kofun period, 300 CE to 710 CE. This era is named for the large burial mounds or kofun that were constructed during this time. The period saw that the emergence of powerful clans and the first centralized state in Japan, which was based in the Yamato region. Nara period, 710 to 794. During this time, the capital of Japan was moved to Nara and Buddhism became the dominant religion. Heian period, 794 to 1185. The capital was moved to Kyoto during this period and it saw the development of courtly culture including classical pottery, calligraphy, and painting. Kamakura period, 1185 to 1333. This era saw the rise of the samurai as a political force and the country was ruled by the series of warrior Mongol periods of the Japan in the late 13th century were also of this era. Muromachi period, 1336 to 1573. This period was marked by a shift towards decentralized power with regional lords called daimyo exerting more influence over their territories. Edo period, 1603 to 1868. This era was marked by relative stability and peace as the Tokugawa shogunate instituted strict control over the country. Meiji period, 1868 to 1912. This was a period of modernization and a rapid change as Japan opened up to the outside world and adopted many Western-style institutions. Showa period, 1926 to 1989. This era So Japan became a major world power, but it was also marked by the devastation of World War II and the subsequent occupation by American forces. Post-Showa period, 1989 present. Japan's current era has been marked by a series of economic challenges as well as demographic shifts and changing social norms. Citizen. Any person was born in wedlock to at least one Japanese parent is automatically a Japanese national, regardless of the birthplace. Ja- Children born in Japan to parents who are stateless or have an unknown status may become Japanese national after 3 years of residence. Unique, distinct culture. Japan has a rich and unique culture that has developed over centuries, influenced by its geography, religion, and history. Some of the defining aspects of Japanese culture include art and aesthetics, traditional clothing, cuisine, gardens and nature, festivals and celebrations, martial arts and sports. These are just a few examples of the unique and distinct culture of Japan that make it fascinating and beautiful country worth exploring. India. India is located in South Asia, bordered by Pakistan to the west, China and Nepal to the north, Bhutan to the northeast, Bangladesh and Myanmar to the east, and the Indian Ocean to the south. It has a coastline of approximately 7,500 kilometers. Size. India is the seventh largest country in the world by land area, with a total land area of 3,287,263 square kilometers. To give context, India is roughly one third the size of the United States. Type of government. India is a federal parliamentary democratic republic. In this system, the President of India is the constitutional head of state, while the Prime Minister is the head of the government and holds executive power. Currency. The currency of India is the Indian rupee INR. Landmark. India is a country rich in cultural, natural, and architectural landmarks. Here are a few of the most famous landmarks in India: Taj Mahal, Gateway of India, Red Fort, Qutub Minar, India Gate, Golden Temple, Hawa Mahal, Charminar, Lotus Temple, and Victoria Memorial. History. The history of India dates back to the prehistoric era with evidence of human settlements dating back to 75,000 BCE. The Indus Valley Civilization, which flourished from 2600 BCE to 1900 BCE, was one of the world's earliest urban civilization. In the medieval period, India saw the arrival of Islamic rulers with the establishment of the Delhi Sultanate in 1206 CE. The Mughal Empire established by Babur in 1526 CE was one of the most powerful Islamic empires in India, known for its cultural and architectural achievements. Citizens. The citizens of India are referred to as Indians. According to the Constitution of India, a person can become an Indian citizen through birth, descent, registration, naturalization, or by being born on Indian soil to foreign parents. Unique and distinct culture of India. India has a rich and diverse culture that is unique and distinct from the rest of the world. Some of the unique and distinct features of Indian culture include religious diversity, traditional clothing, spices and cuisine, festivals, arts and music. These are the these are just a few examples of the unique and distinct feature of Indian culture. The diversity of the country's culture and traditional is what it makes India a truly fascinating and intriguing place. Philippines. The Philippines is a country located in Southeast Asia made up of 7,641 islands. It is bordered by the Pacific Ocean to the east, the South China Sea to the west, and shares maritime borders with Taiwan to the north, Vietnam to the west, and Malaysia and Indonesia to the south. The country is situated north of the equator with its closest neighboring countries being Vietnam to the west and Taiwan to the northeast. Size. The Philippines has a total land area of approximately 300,000 square kilometers or 115,831 square miles. It is the 7th largest country in the world, about twice the size of Portugal or slightly larger than the state of Arizona in the United States. Philippine type of government. The Philippines has a democratic republican form of government with a presidential system. The president is both the head of state and head of government that is elected by popular vote for a single 6-year term. The government is divided into three branches: the executive branch, the legislative branch, and the judicial branch. The executive branch includes the president and the cabinet. The legislative branch includes the Senate and the House of Representatives, and the judicial branch includes the Supreme Court and other lower courts. Philippine currency. The currency used in Philippines is the Philippine peso. The peso is divided into 100 centavos. Banknotes and coins come in different denominations including 20, 50, 100, 200, 500, and 1,000 pesos notes. Coins come in denominations of 1, 5, 10, and 25 centavos, as well as 1, 5, and 10 pesos. The design of the Philippine peso banknotes features notable national heroes, landmarks, and animals unique to the country. Philippines landmark. The Philippines have several landmarks. Some of the major landmarks include Mayon Volcano, a perfectly shaped active volcano located on the island of Luzon. Chocolate Hills, a geological formation of around 1,260 perfectly rounded hills located in Bohol Island. Banawe Rice Terraces. Terrace rice paddies carved into the mountain sides in the northern region of Luzon. Tobataha Reef, a UNESCO World Heritage Site located in the Sulu Sea with diverse marine life. Puerto Princesa Underground River, a navigable underground river located in the Palawan Island. Rizal Park, a national park located in Manila and is the site where the remains of the national hero Dr. Rizal are enshrined. Fort Santiago, a historical fortification located in the Intramuros district of Manila. San Agustin Church, a Baroque style church located in Intramuros and is a UNESCO World Site Heritage. Corregidor Island, a historic island used as a military base during World War II. Manila Bay, a natural harbor that is famous for its beautiful sunset. The history of Philippines. The Philippines is a country in Southeast Asia that has a rich and complex history. Here is a brief overview of the history of the Philippines. Pre-colonization. Before arrival of the Spanish in the 16th century, the Philippines was inhabited by a diverse range of indigenous groups, each with its own language and culture. Some of the most prominent groups included the Tagalogs, Visayans, and Ilocanos. Spanish colonization. In 1521, the Spanish explorer Ferdinand Magellan arrived in Philippines and claimed the islands for Spain. During the next few centuries, the Spanish established a colonial government and converted many Filipinos to Roman Catholicism. Philippine Revolution. In the late 19th century, Filipinos began to push for independence from Spain. In 1896, the famous Filipino leader Emilio Aguinaldo led a rebellion against the Spanish American colonialism. After the Spanish-American War, the United States took control of the Philippines. The Americans introduced democratic institutions and improved infrastructure, but many Filipinos resented their presence and continued to push for independence. World War II. During World War II, the Philippines was invaded and occupied by Japan. The Filipino resistance movement led by guerrilla fighters and American forces played a critical role in the liberating the country in 1945. Independence. The Philippines finally gained independence from the United States in 1946, becoming a republic. Since then, the country has experienced periods of political instability, martial law, and economic growth. Today, the Philippines is a diverse and vibrant nation known for its culture, natural beauty, and resilient people. Citizens of Philippines. Citizens of the Philippines are known as Filipinos. The Philippines is a multicultural country made up of over 100 million people with diverse ethnicities, language, and religions. The majority of the Filipinos are Christians, with Roman Catholicism being the predominant religion. Unique, distinct culture of Philippines. The Philippines has a rich and unique culture that is blend of various influences from its history and geography. Here are a few distinct elements that make Filipino culture stand out. Number one, festival. The Philippines is known for its colorful festivals that are celebrated throughout the year. Music and dance. Music and dance are integral parts of the Filipino culture. Traditional dance such as tinikling and pandango sa ilaw are still performed at cultural events and festivals. Family and community. The concept of Filipino family extends beyond blood relations to include close friends and neighbors. Food. Filipino cuisine is a delicious blend of Malay, Spanish, and Chinese influences. It includes traditional dishes such as adobo, sinigang, and lechon, as well as street food like balot and isaw. Hospitality. Hospitality is an essential part of the Filipino culture. Filipinos are known for their warm and friendly nature and go out of their way to make guests feel welcome. It is their customary for Filipinos to offer guests food and drinks and to treat them like family.